In this episode, we're going to take a look at the engine that came out of that Tomos A3 that was in a box of bits. So this isn't the original engine of that bike because the engine number and the frame numbers do not match, and from the factory they should match. And that is where the engine number is located there. Even though it's the wrong engine, it is the right type for the bike in that it's got the 12 volt stator on there for the lighting, which is like 85 onwards, and this is an 87 bike. So it's of the right era. Let's take the head off. Someone's already been in it before because all the M7 nuts and washers are missing. The thread for the spark plug is good. Always a good sign, although it needs a decoke. There's a bit of rust at the top of the ball, but the wear lip is very slight. You always get a lip here because it's where the piston rings don't travel over the top of it. On quite a well-worn engine, you feel it quite easily with your finger. This one, all I'm feeling is a slight bit of corrosion. So there are no damaged fins on there, I can see. Though it is quite crusty. Doesn't seem to be any scoring to it. Well, there is a little bit of surface rust. Good thing about this engine was that when I bought it, it was in a bag, polythene bag, and it was covered in ATF, which is what you usually find inside the gearbox on these. And when I drained the oil out of the gearbox, there was none in there. So it turns out the oil that was in the gearbox was in the bag, and that's got into the actual cylinder and kept it nice and clean. No piston, but there's a small end bearing fitted, which is nice. A little bit of side-to-side play. But I can't perceive any in and out play on there at all, which is good. Okay, so I've removed all of the cheese-headed machine screws from around the outside of the case. Just pry between the top of the filler port and the case. And you should be able to slide off the dowel pins, which is there, and there's one down there. Be careful inside the case. There will be shims on these bearings and that bush there, and that is to set the amount of end float on these shafts. There's one fitted there. There's not one there. There's not one there, which is a bit unusual. I can already tell someone's been in here beforehand because the clutch assembly is missing here. It's on the back still fitted. It's completely missing from here. And also, there is no gasket sealing the actual cover to the engine itself, which is why the gearbox is always in the polythene bag and not in the gearbox. Let's check for any damage to the actual first and second gear pinions. There's 2 behind there, 2 behind there. Generally, if you've got damage there, you'll have damage here. There is, behind this assembly here, a sprag clip. And if it's missing, it'll cause the juddering between first and second gear. This one, I can see it's fitted. Let's see if I can zoom in to show you. There you go. Just see the top of it sticking out there if you follow the tip of the screwdriver down. That's the top of the sprag clip, so a little wire basically. Something else to check is that there is a one-way clutch within the clutch assembly itself. It's like a bearing that only takes in one direction, and that's in there to stop the engine being turned over when you push the bike backwards. Check that. If you turn the primary sprocket here backwards, see that it turns that over? So you go forward, it doesn't turn because this only turns when the clutches are engaged when the engine's running. When the engine's off, you turn that backwards. See, it turns it, but the actual crankshaft doesn't move, so that's correct. If it was turned in both directions, then the one with clutch would have failed. If you enjoyed the video, please remember to like and subscribe. Take care, I'll see you all again soon.